trading scenario. Margin call level at 100% and no separate stop-out level. Okay, let's get started applying the margin ideas we learned in previous lessons to various trading scenarios using various margin call and stop-out levels. Different Forex brokers and CFD providers have different margin call policies. Some just use margin calls, while others have both margin call and stop-out levels. In today's session, we'll look at a real-world trading scenario with a broker that only accepts margin calls. This broker sets its margin call level at 100% and does not have a separate stop-out level. What happens to your margin account when a trade fails? Let us find out together. Step 1. Deposit funds into trading account. Assume that you have $1,000 in your account. It would seem like this in your trading account. Step 2. Calculate required margin. Let's say you wish to purchase EUR USD at 1.15,000 and initiate a trade with one mini lot, which equals 10,000 units. The margin requirement for this trade is 2%. So, how much margin, required margin? Do you need to open this position? Because EUR is the base currency. This small lot equals 10,000 euros, hence the position's notional value is $10,000. Because our trading account is in USD, we must convert the EUR value to USD to determine the notional value of the trade. The notional value is $11,500. Now, we can compute the required margin. Let's imagine your trading account is in US dollars. With a 2% margin requirement, you'll need $230 for the required margin. Step 3. Calculate used margin. Aside from the trade we just completed, we don't have any other trades open. Because we only have one open position, the used margin is equal to the required margin. Step 4. Calculate equity. Assume the price has adjusted slightly in your favor, and your position is now trading at profitability. So your floating PL is $0. Now let's calculate your equity. Your account's equity is now $1,000. Step 5. Calculate free margin. Now let's understand the concept of free margin. It is $770 for the free margin. Step 6. Calculate margin level. After learning about equity, let's calculate the margin level. The margin level is 435%. Your trading platform will now show the following account metrics. EUR USD drops 500 pips. There is a zombie outbreak in Paris, according to recent reports. The EUR USD has consequently decreased by 500 pip and is presently trading at $1,000. Let's now look at how this affects your trading account. Used margin. You'll see that the used margin has moved. Why? Because the currency rate fluctuated, the notional value of the position shifted accordingly, so we need to compute the required margin. Whenever the EUR USD price changes, so does the required margin. For example, with EUR USD currently trading at 1,000, formerly 1,100, we may calculate the required margin needed to keep the position open. Because our trading account uses USD, we must convert the EUR value to USD to get the trade's notional value. Now, let us discuss the notional value, which is $11,000. Earlier, it was $11,500. With the EUR USD falling, it indicates a weaker EUR. Because your account is in US dollars, the position's notional value decreases. So, let's figure out the required margin. Now, observe that when the notional value declined, so did the required margin. Given the 2% margin requirement, the required margin is 220. Floating PL, your USD fell from 1.15,000 to 1,000, a 500 pips difference. If you're trading one micro lot, each 1 pip fluctuation represents $1. So you're looking at a $500 floating loss. Equity. You now have $500 in equity. Free margin. You now have $20 in free margin. Margin level, the amount of your margin has decreased to 12.7%. Everything is still okay since your margin level is still higher than 100%. Account metrics in your trading platform. Your account data might appear like this. Margin call. Your trading platform will automatically close your trade. When a trade closes, two things happen. Your used margin is released. Your floating loss is realized, which updates your balance to reflect the loss. With no open positions, your account is flat, which means your free margin, equity, and balance are all equal. There are no open positions, so there is no margin level or floating PL to consider. Let's examine the overall changes to your trading account. You started with $1,000 before the trade. You now have $212 left over. 79% of your capital has been lost. Some traders are in a difficult situation when their trade is automatically liquidated. Well, that's a wrap for today's video, but guess what? Our journey doesn't stop here. Make sure you're subscribed to catch all the latest trading tips and strategies. We've got some awesome free courses and killer knowledge-based videos waiting for you. And hey, it won't cost you a dime. But trust me, it's gonna make a world of difference in your trading game. And hey, do us a solid, smash that like button. And if you think this could help out your trading buddies, hit that share button too. Your support means the world to us. Tell us what topic next you want us to cover, and we can't wait to catch you in our next video. Until then, happy trading.